Okay. First off, if you don't know this is blue paper. For some reason, whenever I look at my screen, it doesn't show that it's blue. Like, it kind of is, but it isn't. And I'm not crazy, because I see it's blue, but when I look at the screen, it doesn't look blue. So just want to say that, because this is supposed to be a sci-fi game, and I don't have normal white paper. So let's get into this. Okay. First things first, we just need one page. This one will do. And all we need is a bit of art. Boom. Totally, editors, edit that, please. Please. Anyways. Now we need a second page to be our character stuff. So, let's just do that. Basically, you just cut the thing into 4 slices. You could use index cards, but we don't. Boom. Okay. Totally worked. Hopefully. Now we save this one for later, and then just that one to that one. Okay. Now that we have these, let's get a close up just so you can look at these a bit closer. This is the first idea design thing of sorts. So in total, I created jobs like the warrior or the cop, stats like these, and other stats like these. There's of course going to be a level system, skills, and items. You can create the items on your own, but I'm going to talk about a few skills they may have, and maybe a bit that are level-based. I don't know. But let's talk about the stats for a minute. And let's show you different designs for them. Let's show you this second design. In the second design, it's the first part's the same here and same here, but instead of having full bars like on this one, you just have small little things, and you put the actual number you have there. It's much easier than filling and unfilling this in. So yeah. Then the third design. It keeps most of the same stuff, but leaves room for skills and items here, and puts the job and level here. I didn't have space for the name on this, so I just didn't put that there. Oh yeah. And there's names. So, let's get into some of how these characters work. Let's start with the hacker. For the hacker, you have stats like normal. These stats being health, or shown here. Health, SP, and MP. MP is your magic points. You need those to use magic. If you don't put any of your stat points in that, you don't have magic. The hacker has 20 of these stat points. While these stat points are a bit different. Each one is unique for each class. Intelligence for hackers, strength for warriors or cops, and dex for alchemists. We'll talk about them later. Dex for alchemists. Their skills mean that you have to solve some sort of puzzle. Now, I don't have any puzzles on me. Maybe you could make it a simple, I don't know, put a puzzle on the screen. Probably won't, but, play chess. It'd be pretty funny to have those, like, mini games in the game, where you have to solve these puzzles while everyone else is in the middle of their turn-based combat. Now, each turn, you could make it so it's timed, or your players are actually nice and don't take their entire turn just to wait and let the player base keep going so they can finish their puzzle in time. It'd be pretty interesting to see the one side fighting and you just solving your puzzle. because you're in a time-based combat. But once you solve your puzzle, you could get stuff like energy blades, or I don't know. I don't have dice on hand, so I can't really make it so you roll the dice or something. Basically, give them some sort of hacker powers. Don't make it based on HP or SP. Now the warrior. Right, yeah, this is warrior. So I'm going to talk about the stats here for a minute as well. First off, health. Each turn you get attacked, you may lose some health. Stamina is a bit more interesting. This bar here, each time you attack or do something, you take 1 stamina, and it recharges next turn. You have an MP. For them, it doesn't recharge each turn. It takes till you get to a certain rest point or MP point that they get restored. Now let's get to their skills and such. First off, level-based stuff. Each level, you could just make it so they add another stat point to something. Pretty interesting idea. Their skills, pretty simple. You attack something with a sword, maybe you get second wind and heal yourself, or so on and so forth. They're going to be a stamina-based class, because the more stamina you have, the more you can attack. Now let's get to the alchemists. For them, let me just zoom out for a minute. You have this. I'm going to zoom in on that. Just zoom in on this for a minute. These are magic counters or something like that. They count how many magic points you have. Now, this could also be used for stamina, but stamina you would use up more easily. And this is less static than your MP. So you use these points each and every turn, and then once you use them all, you don't have any more left to use. And this is just your magic pool. On the other side, it has items. Like this. I'm just going to use a square for that. Just turn a few over. These are used because alchemists... where's the final page? Ah, here. Pow! Use mechs. Now, mechs take resources to recharge. So, I'd also give mechs a few cool, interesting things like energy, where they'd use up their energy like stamina each turn. When you're an alchemist, you're basically a big mech fighter, but all mechs have a certain amount of energy, and each turn they would either have to take their entire turn to use up that energy, or regain energy, or they take their entire turn to use said energy. So to get all of this off the field, I just want to pay consent to how cool this design looks. I made it myself. It actually looks pretty interesting compared to most of the things I make. Just look at this. Look at it in all of its glory. I could have definitely made it better. But we digress. Now let's talk a bit about combat. In combat, you have 2 sides. Don't pay any mind to whatever that was. In combat, you have 2 sides. Your opponents, which I'm just going to show by these cards, and your players that are shown by these cards. You can do whatever you want to figure out who goes first, and you just go down their line, and you go down yours. Same kind of thing. There. It's really all there is to this game. You can cut out a few character sheets. Their designs are right here. I specifically like this design the best, as it separates skills and items, as well as give you points here. This is probably the worst. But yeah, That's a few design points. There's really nothing else there is to this game. You can make out of combat stuff with like a few cards. You show those cards and then you do this. If you want complex, you like take a certain amount of those cards and you flip one and you do all that. But yeah, that's really all there is to the game. I'm gonna go and edit this. My internet's out at this time, so I'm probably not gonna get this out for like a few hours, maybe days, based on how well the electricity will work. Just gonna hide all this stuff from my dog. There's really nothing else to lengthen the video. Oh yeah, alchemists do have to use resources for literally everything. They aren't wizards, they're alchemists. And if you know, alchemists use alchemy, not wizardry. Something else I want to say, this isn't gonna be something for D&D. While that last one could be a simple and interesting D&D design, this is sci-fi and doesn't follow the same coordinates or design at all of D&D. While arcane is a stat and there are other stats that could be equaled out. This is not a game that is close to that in any way. There's much else. Right. There isn't much else to talk about. Well, bye.